Hello. It is April 16, 2021. This is the last day in my apartment before I move out. I moved back with my parents. Wow. At least for a few months. Hopefully it doesn't last long. I'm gonna miss this place, which I don't think my mom understands. Because I don't think she ever liked this place. But it is what it is. And I thought I'd do a final documentation of what this place looks like before I leave. It's not really that exciting, but it's my place. I'm the only one who lives there right now. My roommate moved out over a month ago, I think. About a month ago, maybe. But anyways, I'm sitting here on my bed. And I guess let's walk around. Didn't know I was going to do this. I don't think that my apartment's in great shape. I've got a lot of packing to do, but I've injured my arm, so I'm trying not to use it all that much. And I'm gonna let my dad do a lot of the work tomorrow. But anyways, here we are back with video 2. The split side here. Look, it's me again. And as you can see, straightforward is my beautiful closet. Not really that exciting. Let's It's just a closet. It's nothing exciting. Most of this clothes I don't even wear. I don't have a dresser. I usually would have a dresser. I have one. It's in my dad's storage unit, and I have more clothes there. I have more clothes than I need. But, so I just stack things up on the top, and then I hang things. I keep this box down here with my things that I run in. I would just keep that there. That's a stand for my camera. I always hang my winter coat and my springish coat, fallish coat there. Always have my laundry basket here. Just this little tiny space. That's my book holder that I use occasionally. It's my case for my keyboard. Okay, not that exciting. Here's the view for when you walk into the door. I've got my keyboard right here. It's covered right now. These books were on the legs, underneath the legs of the keyboard because it was not high enough. My knees would come up on this table. The table's not quite high enough, so I took those out because I haven't been playing piano. I'm not going to play again before I leave. We got little cabinets here, which I think were my great-grandpa's. Not really sure. With a lamp that I turn on at night instead of a light, just to have some light in here. Kind of messy drawers. Not really anything exciting in there, so I'm not going to show. This is where I spend like 90% of all of my time. Because, you know, the pandemic and everything. I've just basically been at this desk for the last very, very long time. That's my computer with an extra monitor my dad gave me. I always prop it up on some books here. This is my grandpa's book that he wrote. I used to prop it up on a textbook, but I had to return that textbook because I'm not going to be working here at Western anymore. And that wasn't my textbook. So I keep this. I move this out. I eat here too, typically, while I'm like watching YouTube videos or something. And I, have just enough space to basically put a plate here. And then I put other things on the side. I usually keep my calculator. Fits really, really nicely in that corner here. Sometimes have some paper. I got my iPad. Not my iPad, but the one that I use for work. Put this down. I set this iPad up right here, and then I can kind of use that with the computer, because I kind of do both at the same time many times. So I kind of like triple screen here. It works pretty well, so it's pretty comfortable. I put blankets on this chair. It's not really the best, probably computer chair, but it works pretty well. I got cushions, many cushions, and then these blankets. I've moved this chair over here whenever I play the piano. I usually also put a book underneath my cushions to get to the right height, since I can't adjust this chair. It all works out. They're the slippers that I use like almost every day. They're basically falling apart, like really, really falling apart. So I don't really walk around with them because they just flap. But it's really just this one. It's just like completely falling apart, right? Whatever, but it is what it is. It's alright. I should probably get new ones. I store like my old shoes here. I should probably throw some of these away. These are like old running shoes. And like half of my possessions are underneath this bed. I have like 5 boxes down here. I usually keep my camera. I don't know where it is right now. I think I put it in a box. Usually I keep my camera, and this is the stuff I use to record, to plug into my piano, which I've done a little bit, not all that much of. Alright, and so that's the room. That's the view of the room. I used to have a flag up too, but that fell down for 4K. We walk out here. This would have been my roommate's room, which was Tyrone, and then eventually Andrew. But Andrew's moved out, and they've locked the door, so I can't go in there. Can't show you that. Here is the bathroom, very small and nice. With honestly, like half the stuff in here was Tyrone's originally, who moved out like over a year ago and just left his stuff here, which is nice. Like the shower curtain was his, this rug was his, the toothbrush holder was his, and this thing opens. Keep not very many things in there. There's me wearing the shirt that I've had since 2009 that my mom hates. Always keep a tissue box on the toilet, just makes it nice. It's a fine toilet. It's just a regular shower here. There used to be a hole on top of this that it was leaking for a long time, and eventually a hole formed, and eventually I called someone and got them to fix it. So it's a pretty nice shower. I mean, it's pretty good water pressure. It works fine. So it's hot water all the time. I don't pay for any of the hot water. It's all included. Got little space down here to keep things that I need to. So there's enough space, plenty of space. The trash can is also Tyrone's. When we move out here, this is from my room. You see the bathroom's there. Would have been Andrew's room. Usually kept a trash can. This is a trash can, and used to keep a recyclable bin here, but Andrew took that away. So now we're entering the kitchen, and I'll just show you this. I just love this thing here. This is just so nice for storage. Can't see the whole thing all that well, but it's just this pull-out door. It's really nice. So you pull it out, and then you just have so much space in here. It's just like amazing. And I've been trying to dwindle down the things to get rid of everything before I move out, but I still have a couple things here. So yeah, Andrew used to keep lots of drinks, and he'd keep them at the bottom. But this is most of my storage for where I kept my food. I got a nice stove here, works pretty well. These things get kind of dirty, and then they start to burn things, so I have to clean those pretty often. Half of these were mine, and half of them were Tyrone's. He just gave them to me when he left, so I have way too many utensils. There's a really nice blender that my friend Lena got me a sale on 4 years ago. I haven't been using it recently, but I used to use it a lot. More cupboard space. I just buy these things of rice online. It's my favorite rice, so I've got way too many of them. I mean, I've got three of them. I just finished one the other day, so I got 3 of those. Some tortillas. Some space up here. This was mostly where Andrew kept spices. I only have 2, so it's basically empty right now. A nice oven that I basically never used. I used a few times. I made a pizza with it one time and dropped the pizza in the oven, and it scarred me for life, so I never made another pizza. I think maybe Andrew made a pizza once or twice, but I never made one on my own. It's just a fine sink. There's no dishwasher. It's just a sink. Had some leaking at some point down here. It got kind of bad. I think there might be some still residue. I don't know how much you can see it. Probably not really, but yeah, down there. See how bad that got. I think that might have been there before it leaked, and it just got worse. This is, yeah, not the best. I just got bags and random stuff down here. This is now my new recycling stuff. There's nothing that exciting down there. So, dish rack, where after I wash all my dishes, which honestly I don't always wash my dishes. Sometimes I just rinse them off because it's annoying to always wash them, especially when I'm using my own stuff. Me and Andrew basically kept our own stuff, our own plates, dishes, silverware. He used plasticware most of the time, honestly. So I didn't really have to worry about sharing that stuff, so I didn't always clean it, honestly. Sometimes I did. Usually when I made food, I would clean food. This is just there's just some random Tupperware and stuff in here, which I used to keep all the Tupperware and everything down here, but then when Andrew came, he needed more space. So this is a toaster that Tyrone left, which I don't use that much, but sometimes I would use it. I bought this microwave when I first moved in, and I guess I'll be taking that. Well, you've got to have your vitamin B12 on your microwave. This is some Advil because I had some arm pain. Could never get Andrew to take the vitamin B12. So when he moved in, he decided to be vegan, or only buy vegan, basically. Although I never told him the granola bars he was buying actually had honey, but it wasn't a big deal. But I told him, if you're going to be vegan, maybe you should start to take the vitamin B12. And apparently he thought there was B12 in some of the foods he was eating, so he didn't ever end up doing it. I told him he could take this. I would buy it for him, but he never took me out on it. I don't think he's going to continue to be vegan. I don't think he's all that convinced. But anyways, I don't have that much stuff here. I almost never use these cups because I just drink from a water bottle. It just seems safer. Oh yeah, this Rick and Morty cup was Tyrone's. He just left it. I don't know that he ever used it. I don't know if I should probably throw it away. These ones were a gift from my brother. There's 2 of these. They're like marathon maps. I think one of them's Tokyo and one of them's New York. I can't tell which one this is. You can't really even see. This is Tokyo, yep. And then the other one is New York. And I've also got this one I won. It was an 8K, a Holland Haven 8K. I was supposed to do the marathon, but I got injured 2018. That was before I even moved here. And I think I came in first in my age group for the 8K. I don't even think I had that impressive of a time, but who runs an 8K? So I did really well. I really love these cups. These are a gift from my grandma. These cups and also these plates and these bowls were all gifts from my grandma. And I use them all the time. This is really the only cup that I use, which is, you probably see it's kind of like stained because I use it for all my smoothies, which often have vegetables in them and stain very well. So that's most of my space needs. I can just put my silverware in there. I bought this bottle opener and it broke like right away. I don't know what's going on. Anyways, not bottle opener, can opener. Because when I hurt my arm, I couldn't really open cans anymore. So at first I was using, Andrew had an automatic can opener, and I was using that for a little bit. But then when that broke, when he took that away, I was trying to use my can opener, this black one here, and I thought it was getting old, and I think that the can openers I've had have gotten more difficult to use when they get old. So I bought another one, and it broke like 2 days later. So that was bad. Some of these are Tyrone's that he left, just like hot pads that I don't use, really. The dish rack is also Tyrone's. I've inherited a whole bunch of stuff. That trash can was also Tyrone's. Like I said, Tyrone was my first roommate. He's been gone for over a year, and still a bunch of his stuff, it's just around. So, including, this is the only food or drink item that is still Tyrone's that he left here. He left 2 of these, and I drank one of them last week. And here is the last one. I typically don't drink anything but smoothies and water. So I've got Gatorade here that I bought a long time ago that I just never drank. I've been trying to get rid of stuff, so I've been trying to drink it, but it's too much sugar. It's my favorite sour cream, Tofutti sour cream. Got some hot sauce and salsa. I literally could not open this can of salsa because my arm hurt so much. Usually I gotta clean this. I usually would keep fruit and vegetables here and have gone to the store for a while. Almost gone. This is just rice, corn and beans. The hummus that I mix with hot sauce, which is really amazing, or ghost pepper sauce. I mix it with this stuff. It's super good. And then some water. The freezer's almost empty. I got some Boca burgers. Andrew got me on these. Andrew likes these, and I've been buying them. The only other thing I got here is some Morningstar chicken strips. Those are awesome. I had 3 of these, and I was trying to finish them. I got 2. I've got 1 more. And then ice that I use for water or smoothies. These ice things are also Tyrone's. It's hilarious. Yeah, it's a freezer. Sometimes I have ice cream in there and other things. This applesauce has been here for over a year. I never bought it. When the pandemic started, I was purchasing everything online, and I bought some applesauce. Or no, I didn't buy some applesauce. I just got some in an order at one point. and it just showed up. So I just kept the applesauce, and I never ate it. I was always trying to convince Andrew to eat the applesauce, but he never did. But in this last week, I've eaten 3 of them. I finally convinced myself to start eating them. These my parents gave these. It's some kind of special noodle. I don't know what it is. Never ate it. Lots of oil up there. I have some raspberry vinaigrette salad dressing. I used to eat a lot of salads, but I haven't had them for a while. Actually, I think this honey barbecue sauce, that's Tyrone's as well. I don't eat honey, and this is probably expired now. What is the date on this thing? It probably lasts a long time. I see it has high fructose corn syrup. I can't find a date anywhere. It's probably here. I'm not going to spend everywhere. Oh, yeah. 21st of August. Or maybe it's August 2021. So that's not expired yet if it's April. I used to keep tons of stuff here. So I would sometimes have black beans all the way out. I eat like 2 cans of black beans a week in the stuff that I have. This corn is basically all Andrew's. I think I bought this one, but these ones were his. He left me with like 4 cans of corn. I eat them in spaghetti sometimes, and you saw there were some in the fridge. Wheat Thins, I don't usually eat Wheat Thins, but sometimes I've been having them with hummus. This is probably really boring. I'm just telling you everything about my food. But lots of nuts. I usually mix all the nuts together. So I've got unsalted almonds, salted almond. Andrew left these cashews. He would make some kind of interesting recipes with cashews, and then I mix it with these peanuts. Mix them all together and just makes a good nut mix. Sometimes I used to throw chocolate in there too, but I've not, since I've gone vegan, I haven't done that. So. Unsalted pretzels. I like unsalted stuff because I feel like salted stuff can make my heart race, and I don't know. I just don't do it. I often would have like 3 or 4 things of rice cakes. I really like just original Quaker rice cakes, but I can never find them. So that's just, I've been buying these caramel corn ones, and I always put peanut butter on them. These are not vegan. They have honey in them, but I was ordering online when I hurt my wrist because I wasn't driving, and I ordered a specific kind, and I said, make sure you get the ones that don't have milk in them. And they got me a different kind, which had honey in them. So I have been eating them. I don't like to admit that I am, but it's not a sticking point for me, honey. Anything, if it had milk in it, then I wouldn't eat it, and I won't purposely buy anything with honey, but there it is what it is. And then I guess I have chia seeds here. I usually just have that in smoothies. So that's much more of a tour of my kitchen than you probably wanted to get, but it's a nice kitchen. Oh, there's always been this bug here. You probably can't see it. There's a bug on this light. I've always just left him there. I don't know if we can get a good view of him. Not really. He's kind of on the edge. If I turn it off, you can see him. Yeah, you can't really see him, but he's there. I'll probably take care of him soon. Yeah, that's the kitchen. That's the kitchen. There's this door, which I was always confused about because I don't have access inside this door. And it's just a door. I think it's got something in there I've never seen inside, so it's just a mystery. One time when they were doing some maintenance, a random screen showed up right outside the door, and I figured it was supposed to go in here. So the next guy that a maintenance guy came by, the screen went back in there. All right, so here's what it would look. Here's the door, the front door, and here's what it would look like right when you come into the door. It looks a little different than normal because I've been moving things around. I got the closet right here to the right, which was damaged for the longest time and would not open nicely. This is Tyrone's vacuum, which has way too much dirt in it, and I don't know how to change the bag or empty the bag. His broom and dustpan as well. I think that's my trash can. That's my helmet to my bike that got... So my original bike that I brought down here got its tires stolen off. And then my parents bought me a new bike, but then the tires, there was an issue with them and they went flat really fast. So I haven't had a bike for over a year. I used to ride into campus. There's a fan that I've used every once in a while. And that's a bike pump, I think, that my parents got me. That's the closet there. I used to have this, this is the table. I used to have this against the wall just for more room, but I moved it away because the guy just took out the air conditioner. I used to have an air conditioner into this window right here, which worked really, really nice. Because it basically went all the way to my room pretty well. As long as I left the door open, it went all the way to my room because we don't have central air here. We have heat, but not air. So I had to get this air conditioner, and it was really nice. It worked. So, but I haven't really needed it since it's only April. I haven't really needed it this year. So just got that taken out. It's the couch, which the couch and the bed and the table and these chairs all came with the apartment. It was pre-furnished. So those are all here in this little stand. Used to have a TV here. It was Andrew's TV, which was on a bunch of games because he likes board games. So there's a bunch of board games. That's some paper. This is the chair that's supposed to be in my room. The chair in my room is actually one that I brought because it's a better height. But this is the chair that came in the room. There's another chair like this in my roommate's room, or the locked room, and then these chairs go to the table. That's right there. I just keep things charging over here. That's my watch that I run with, and then this is the thing to jumpstart my car because my car goes dead really easily. All right, when I started ordering online groceries, they started bringing me bags all the time. So I've got a ridiculous number of bags here because I ordered online for months, and I would get bags every time. And I've thrown away a lot of the plastic bags, but I've got all of these brown paper bags. So I think I'm gonna just recycle them. I don't have any need for them. So that's my apartment. You know, it's nothing special. It's nothing nice. My mom never liked the color of the walls. But honestly, it never bothered me. It just is what it is. It's I think it's nice. One thing that was always disappointing is that I can't really open these windows. If I open these windows, there are screens on the other side, but for whatever reason, they're just not well put. In that any window in the entire apartment that I open, bugs will get in all the time. And I had, especially the first semester, I had bug issues. I'll go back to my room here. Here's a little view from my room, and this is the slide out window. I can open it. I should not have opened that because sometimes there's bugs like sitting there. But this is kind of a view from my window, and bugs sometimes there would be like 15, 20 bugs in between the glass and the screen, which would be an issue. So I just would never open the window. And I think Andrew opened his window sometimes, but it wasn't a good idea. This light, I can't tell you how many times I've gotten bugs, it's mostly these beetles, just get up there in the light. They just sit up here, right? I don't think there's any here, but I'd just be sitting around and I'd just hear a bug and be like, yep, no, there's a bug up there. So then I would unscrew it, I would take it down, and then I would bring it all the way out here, take it outside, and then let the bug free. All right, that's my apartment. It's my apartment. I think I'm gonna take you on a walk to show you some of the, I guess, where I walk. Some of the places that I go. It's a little cool out, so I think I'm gonna put on another shirt, maybe a hat. It's like 50 degrees, it's not too bad. But we will be right back with that walk. All right, see you in a minute. All right, it is time to venture out into the wilderness. Now I'm back in my room, just watching some Sonic videos. Anyways, I was just remembering all this little writing on the wall. That was from the very first semester when I had to do lots of grading with pens. For whatever reason, when I would turn the page over and put it in the corner. Is always what I would do. And then with the pen, I would always accidentally clip it onto the wall here. So hopefully they don't charge me for that. I haven't tried to wash it off, but anyways. We're gonna get going now. Wearing what I called my spring jacket. I'm gonna wear some gloves, I think, too. And a hat. Just because it's a little cold, and I'm gonna be holding the phone, so maybe I wanna be a little bit warmer. I'm notoriously always cold. Here's my key. I know it's my key because it's the key to the apartment because it's blue. I always have it individually because I use when I run, I put this onto my shoelace, right? I tie it onto my shoelace. And these are my running shoes, which are a little bit freezer burned right now. So if I'm wearing sweatpants, I just put it in my pocket, which zips up, but usually I tie it into the shoes. There was one time when I ran, this was a really bad day. There was one time when I ran, I'm gonna put you down. There was one time, and I came back and I didn't have my key. And that was because I had it just in my pocket, in my shorts pocket. I didn't tie it. And it came off on a hill. And so I was going to go back and try to search for it on my bike. But my bike tires were stolen on that day. Really bad day. Eventually I did find it. I basically just had to rerun my entire route again. So I ended up running about 9 miles that day when I only intended to run about 4.5. Anyways, we're about to go now. Right. Here we go. Open the door. Always got all these posters out here. Nothing that exciting or interesting. I can walk up here and get a nice view. Someone walking out there in the distance. Don't usually come up here, but it's kind of cool. There's more apartments up here. There's 6 per building or setting, whatever you call it. Kind of a nice little downstairs area here too, where I thought about hiding my bike after it got stolen, but never replaced it. So they put that cone there so people don't drive through the grass. Let's go this way. So this road has always not looked the nicest. I always thought this little imprint here looked like a certain male body part. Fills with water whenever it rains. Let's see. This? Wait just a minute. Where is my bike? I think my bike's not here. Is it over here? No, I'm a little confused right now because I thought my bike was out here. But I don't think it's here anymore. I think they got rid of my bike. Ha! Wow, this is amazing. This was here like a week or 2 ago. I think my bike's gone. Anyways, that bike is basically destroyed. It doesn't work, so it doesn't really matter. So I was probably going to throw it out anyway, so it's all right. They made one of these apartments into a laundry room, which is over there. Nothing too exciting. Here are the mailboxes. I should probably check my mail. I almost never do. But they put packages sometimes down here, which is kind of weird. I always expect to get them at my door, but sometimes they'll put my package there. Here's the parking lot. It's the garbage cans over there. We're gonna walk this way. We're gonna see how far my phone gets before it dies. I'm gonna try to turn the lighting down here. It'll probably auto adjust, but let's try to charge. Okay, I think turning that train really is that loud. I can hear that from my room. It's so loud. Yeah, there it is. You can see it over there. Multiple times a day. It's not too bad. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the video stopped. So I've rejoined it together. I think when I was adjusting the lighting. Anyways, from the parking lot you get this nice view of the little stadium drive here. There's a little river going here. That's my car over there. Nice Mazda 6. This is a walk I do that I've done probably 100 times. I don't know why there's just this big loop out by my apartments, but it's here. And I just walk it. I just like to walk it, so I walk it a lot. I don't think I have my key. Oh, there it is. I have it. It's in my pocket. We're good. It's freaking out there for a second. So last summer out here, they were doing some kind of construction. I still can't figure out what they were doing. Or maybe they were just like storing light fixtures. Because there was like light fixtures just hanging all around the ground. I thought maybe they were just like laying them there and then they put them around. They do have these lights up, but I think they were always here. I don't really know. And no one comes back here. I don't know why they would need lights out here. So it's like really confusing. But whatever. Oh. Some kind of storage shed or something. Never really known what this is. just here. I don't know what's in there. Stuff. It's a door. I'm not going to try to open it, but it's there. I remember when there used to be workers over here doing stuff, and I never knew what they were doing. Now I just walk by them, and I thought it was kind of weird that someone would walk down here, but no one ever said a word to me. I just walked by, wouldn't even look, wouldn't make any eye contact, would just walk. So that's what I'm here for. I'm here to walk. Here to walk. That's what I would do. This walk ends up being, I don't know, I think it's like a third of a mile maybe. It's not that long. Every once in a while, sometimes I would do it twice or I'd try to extend it. But I usually just wanted to get outside just to do something. Just to get up and do something, because I basically just sit around all day for the last year. For the first several months of the pandemic, I did nothing but just sit and use the computer. And I just destroyed my wrists because I was just on the computer all the time. That's all I had to do. I had nothing else to do. What else would I do? So it wasn't the best. Anyways, over here, you can venture off, and maybe we'll do it just quickly here. This grass grows really high. It's already getting kind of high here, but like March is the best time to go through here. It's April right now. You can see it's getting high. This grass gets really high, like further in the summer. But you can come out here, and there's a really nice rock. There's a really nice rock that I've sat on. Some water. You can just sit on this rock and watch. This probably looks really bad with the sun right there. But you can sit on the rock. You can keep going here. And this is definitely higher than it used to be, all this grass. But you get out here and you get this nice little area once you get all the way through here. It's a really nice area. I cannot see my phone battery, so I have no idea. I think it started at like 60, but it can go down so fast. So I may just drop out randomly. I hope it keeps the recording. Of course, you will know if you're hearing this, the recording was kept. So I have no idea how good this is looking here, but this is just a little stream. My phone light's all the way down, so I can't see anything. And this is just amazing area. This is just, there's a fence here. And you just had like this little, little fort. And it's just awesome. You're just here, you're right off the street. Stadium Drive is right there, but you have this little flowing stream. I just imagine this is just like a really nice place to just like sit and like meditate or something. I guess maybe you don't like the sounds of the streets, but it's just like really cool. It's really nice just being right here. I don't come here that often, but I've been here a number of times. I just come out and walk here and sit for a little bit. Just think about life. I don't do a lot of that, but whatever. All right, let's go back. I think this fence goes forever. And this fence is basically walling off, I think, Western's property with someone else's property. So once you go to the other side of the fence, you're not on Western's property anymore. And there are holes in the fence in certain parts, which I will take you to if we can do this in time. This fence is higher. It looks like it's got like barbed wire on the top here. It does not have that everywhere, I don't think. Let's get back here. Visit our rock again. So I've been living here for a year and a half, almost 2 years. I moved in August of 2020, and it is April of 2021, and I'm moving out tomorrow. So just short of 2 years. That's how long it took to get a master's degree. And I lived in the same place the whole time. Have loved it. Had 2 roommates, as I've said. Okay. We are back to our little street here. We are already low battery. Okay, we're back. We're back. I don't know how far we're gonna make it here. We are already saying low battery, so I think the lighting just keeps going up. So we're gonna see how far we can make it here. I really just want to make it to the top of this hill. There's a hill which you get just the nicest view of everything, and that's my goal here. I just want to make it there. I don't even know what these things are, but they're just here all the time. I'm not sure if they were here when I first moved in, but when they were starting to do all the construction or whatever around, they showed up. This is the WMU student garden. It's nothing really that good or exciting, but you can go and you can see it. I'm not going to visit it. It's really nothing. I think you can sign up to get a plot or something, but I've never done it. I kind of thought about it, but I don't know. It just seems like it's too much work. It's like picnic tables. It's kind of nice. These are the light fixtures I was talking about. I guess they've kept them over here. I think these have been here for like a year. Literally. There's someone here doing something. I rarely run into anyone out here, so. But apparently some people use the garden. I'm gonna put my glove back on. All right, we are kind of coming back around the apartments here. Can you see me? Sometimes I also tack this little thing on to my runs. If I'm like, I want to run a little bit longer, I'll just run this little extra third of a mile, which we're just about finished with. So we're coming back to the apartments here, but we're going to take a turn in another direction in just a minute here. It's really just a nice place to live. I'm literally just right across the street from campus, although I haven't even really needed it since I've been in line ever since March. I was only, August through March of the first year was really the only time I even needed to go to campus. I went yesterday for the first time in over a year. And getting a battery message again. We're at 10%, so we're not going to make it much farther. But that's all right. So you get this little path up here, which I discovered, and you make it up this really nice hill, which I imagine would be really fun to run up. I never do this though. I never run this. But I do come up here every once in a while. You get a soccer field over there. That's also the direction I usually run. There's some neighborhoods out there. But you go up this hill. It's a decently steep hill. It's nothing too bad, but you go up and you go up, and eventually you reach the top. So you'll see that fence again is all the way out there, right? You'll see this fence. And this location of the fence is broken through. So you can go through the fence here. And I'm not going to do it because I don't think I'm supposed to. But I have gone many times and ventured through here. It's mostly just woods. So you can see here the fence is broken. It's broken through and it's much lower than it was in the other places. But you can go through there and it's mostly just woods and trails. Nothing too exciting. It gets kind of rough in there. But my sister and her partner, camped one time there, and that was kind of fun to see them set up a tent. I don't know if they were supposed to do that, but it was cool. So this is the view that I was talking about. You get the view, and the sun is probably getting in the way here, but you get this little bench here, and you can just see forever, right? You could just see forever in every direction. So you can see the apartments there, and you can see the campus in the background. You can just sit down and you can just think about your life. This is another life thinking location, right? Another place you go just to contemplate your life choices and think about whether or not you should have gone in a different direction. Think about whatever, right? Think about your crush in school. Think about your job prospects. Think about your marriage. Whatever it is, right? You just come up here and you think about your family. And they got this nice little sign here. I never really figured out what it's about. Dwarf hackberry. I don't know. I should ask my grandpa. So this is it. This is it. And I'm leaving this place. I won't have this anymore. I'm going back to Byron Center. Hopefully I won't be there for long. I want to find another place on my own, but at least for a little bit, I will be back to Byron Center. I'm gonna miss this place. I'm not officially done because I'm not turning in my keys yet. I'm coming back in a week and a half to get my second vaccine dose, and at that time I'm gonna use this apartment one more time. But I'm, for all intents and purposes, moving everything out tomorrow, and that'll be it. So, wish I would have done this for the past house that I used to live in before I came here. Just think this is a good record for the future. Maybe I'll want to look back at this, think back in time, and think about the times that I had here by myself. It really probably isn't that exciting. I probably won't look back to good memories of being here, but it is what it is. I made some friends, not a lot, but it's another year and a half, 2 years of my life that I guess I'll never get back. I think I mostly had good experiences, but wish it would have been even better, I guess. Maybe if the pandemic didn't happen, I would have had different experiences, met more people, done different things. Maybe it would have been better. Maybe it would have been worse. You know, you never know. All right, this battery's going to die any second, so I'm going to turn it off. And I guess I will go and start packing. All right, goodbye.